What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Pod on the Go Show. I am your host, Raz, and thank you again for joining me another day this week. This week, we've been talking about teamwork, and today is Podcasting 201. It is for the Next Level Podcast who's been doing their thing for a while and want to improve their show. They still want to keep growing, still want to keep improving. And since we're talking about teamwork, today we're going to talk about adding real team members to your team and what it takes and some things to help you find the right team members to help you grow your show. Yesterday we talked about adding, a free version by leveraging technologies. Today we're going to talk about human capital. Great things in business are never done by one person. Steve Jobs. Speaking of Steve Jobs, just to let you know how important a team is, most Silicon Valley investors are looking for a team now. They want a marketing professional, somebody who can sell the product, and they're looking for a technology expert, somebody who can actually build and create and modify and evolve the product, improve the product. That's what investors are looking for. They're looking for that team. And that's the same with your podcast. You should think of your podcast as your investment, as your business as well. So you're going to need somebody who can handle the technical production aspects, and you're going to need somebody who can handle the creative aspects and the sell aspects. Sometimes they can be different people, sometimes it can be the same. So basically what we're going to talk about today is three things really quickly. Know yourself. There's a book I really want you to read, and hire slow, fire fast. Okay, so know yourself. It's the most important thing. Very few people are born knowing what they want to do in life. Most people don't have that. I didn't have that, for sure. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I changed majors like 4 times in college and ended up just choosing one that I knew I could graduate with. And my college career degree wasn't in media. It wasn't in technology. It wasn't in any of that. It was in African American studies. So I put a black guy in this picture, just to show you how good I was, right? But I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I loved until I graduated and I started trying different things. And I realized that I love media. I love producing podcasts. I love editing videos. I love, filming and the creative side of digital media. I love that stuff. Other people probably knew it, but I thought I was going to be a musician or a doctor or a physical therapist or something like that, because that's what other people influenced me to want to be. So I hate that term failing fast, failing forward. I hate that, but it's absolutely true. And if you want to find out what you're really good at, you have to fail. So some people fail and they say, F that. I'm never doing that again. That didn't feel good. I don't have any intention of ever trying that again. But some people fail and you do the same. Sometimes you fall down and you dust yourself off and you get back up and you loved it. You love the fail. You love the pain of that failure because you knew that you were close to winning. So I think about skateboarders trying a new trick and failing, a dozen times, but they know they're really, really close and they feel like they're so close, so they get back up, and the pain and the hardship that they went through doesn't even matter. It feels good. It's a battle scar. The same thing with boxers. Think about Sugar Ray Robinson. He won something like 40 fights in a row. And then he fights Jake LaMotta, and loses by decision after going 10 rounds with another great fighter. And then he gets back up after losing. He goes back into the ring and he goes another 80 fights without losing. It's incredible. That's when you know that's what you love doing. And sometimes the loss is good because it humbles you and it makes you smarter. But sometimes the loss is good because you get to figure out what exactly it is you want to do. And you have to know yourself because you have to know your skills so that you can find people to complement you. There are people out there who are tremendous coaches. Coach K with Duke University was never a great basketball player, but he became one of the greatest basketball coaches of all time. He understands the game, but he understands coaching and leading a team better and young men better. And you have to know what you're good at, where you excel, and then find other people around you to complement you. So number 2, read this book, The E-Myth. I'm not going to say much about it because I've talked about it before. I think what in the future I'm probably going to do I might do it this week, but I'm going to call it the P myth. I'm going to write a book called The P Myth. You know, it's going to be a completely serious book. And it's going to be talking about the myth of podcasting. Just because you have a large following doesn't mean you need to start a podcast. Just because you have the gift of gab and you can talk really well doesn't mean you need to start a podcast. Okay, there's plenty of those already. That's all I'm going to say on that. Read the book. And lastly, when building a team, hire slow and fire fast. Where I excel at is what I'm doing right now, producing content, quality content. Even over the past month that I've been doing this, I've gotten better as I've gotten into a groove. But also, I know this about myself is that I am pretty bad at social media. But I know that it's something that's necessary for business and growing a podcast and growing a platform and getting some return on investment. I know that's necessary. So literally, since I've started Pod on the Go, I have been looking and searching for a social media marketer who can help me. And I've probably hired, probably 4 or 5 different people, but it hasn't been until now that I've really found a great social media marketing company. It's On Point Creative, ENPOINTE, I believe, creative, and you should check her out. She's great. And when I say hire slow, what I mean is start with a small project and then move up to bigger projects until you can begin to trust the person you're hiring. Maybe you're hiring somebody to help you advertise, or somebody to help you create a better logo for your podcast. You still have to hire slow. Start small. See their previous work. Build up to bigger projects. And then start building a bigger relationship, a deeper relationship with the person. That's the biggest key. Because what you're looking for is to build a long-term relationship with the person that you can work with, because that builds trust. Trust is one of the most important things in business and any relationship you get into is trust. That's it. That's what everything comes back to, is trust. So that's the biggest key. And that takes time. So that's why hiring slow takes so much time. And firing fast. If something's not working out, if you're not feeling right with any relationship, you gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. Talk to them, see if they can change, see if they can help something, but move on, because there's always somebody out there that's better and it's gonna be a better fit. I promise you. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, you need a team. John Wooden. John Wooden is one of the greatest coaches of all time and one of the greatest experts on leadership in general. I think he had a TED Talk. You should probably look that up, but his book is also great. Just throwing it out there. Something else you should be reading. That's it for today, guys. I hope that helped a little bit. Ultimately, you need to know yourself. And then you need to educate yourself on what you really need by reading books like The E-Myth, and find the specific roles that you need in your company and make specific descriptions of what you need so that it's easier to talk to people when you find a person to hire and bring on a part of the team. That's it. I hope that helped. I appreciate you guys for watching this, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, also, check out podonthego.com. If you want to launch a podcast this year, again, COVID numbers are going down right now. More and more people are getting vaccinated, so it's less of a risk. So it's time to start looking at finding a podcast studio near you so that you can level up your own podcast. All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.